AIDs. We're into module 2 now, and I thought it was a good opportunity to kind of just share some things that actually are really germane to the adult learning topic. As you know, and as you'll see, with adult learning, the rationale is really, really very important. What do I mean? What we mean by that? The rationale is that adult learners behaviorally want to know why it is that we do certain things, and it's very, very important. So what I'd like to do right now is just kind of use that to talk a little bit about the discussion board and some of the things that are somewhat expected in terms of best practice with the discussion board, and give you some reasonings for it, so that you have some context and understanding and so forth. One of the things is, it is, there's two pieces to it. One is that you have your initial post that's due on Wednesday at 11:59. Okay, and then we have by Sunday at 11:59 we have two follow-up posts that are due. And the thing I want to just talk about now is the due date. Why do we have that? Well, ID work is sent along deadlines. I mean, that's one of those things that is very important for IDs, is to have deadlines, have them set, and meet them. All right. So rationale here, it's getting us all into the habit of being able to respond to appropriate deadlines when they're set, and it's just good practice. All right. Second thing, word count. One of the things that we have in there is we have a designated word count, and I have a reason for that. One is that I think it takes between 300 and 400 words to be to do an adequate response to a thoughtful question. That's one on the underside, and then on the top side, I think if it's beyond that, I think sometimes it has a tendency to get a little verbose. There's less crispness to it, and it's not quite as sharp if we go beyond that. And of course, when we're thinking about classmates, we don't want this to be burdensome, right? So as best as you can, try to keep it within the front range of the word count. And it's easy to do that because I think in the bottom right-hand corner of the field where you do your responses, it actually has a count there. If not, what you can do is just quickly cut and paste it into a Word document and go up to the tools bar there, and it'll give you the word count if you ask for it and so forth. All right, so that's that piece. The last thing is citations. It's important that we reference the sources that we're using. I have them in there for a reason, right? If you see yourself as having being in a position where you can to use that source, or you want to quote, or you want to reference the article that's in there, I highly encourage it, and I think it's very important for this type of response, and especially when it's dealing with a graduate study, that you should be doing that. Simply do this. Citation is the author's last name and the date of the year, and it can either be in parentheses with all of it, or it can be name and then parenthetical for the year, depending on what format you want to use. Consult your APA format in doing that, and of course at the end, at the bottom, have your bibliographic reference in the bottom of the page. Reasoning for that: this is a graduate program. You're going to be doing your capstone project. I've found from personal experience, the earlier you get into the habit of doing this, the easier it is later on. So when you're into your capstone, you don't have to learn how to do citations. You've already got into the habit, and I have, because I've been taking graduate courses myself, and it just makes it so much easier now that I automatically do the citation within the text. I do my bibliographic reference at the bottom of whatever document it is that I'm using. I encourage also, in graduate work, it's best to paraphrase and not do a direct quote. And the reason for that is, here's my rationale with that, is when you do that, you actually have to think through the statement that you're making, right? As if you just cut and paste, then you don't have to really think, all right? If you have to paraphrase, if you have to turn it into your own words, you actually have to process it through your mind, and it comes out much better, and it's in your voice. Really important. Okay. Any questions about these types of things? You can do Q&A form, or you can email me if it's of a personal nature, and all of that. And I hope you have a great rest of Module 2 adult learning. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.